Hi everybody, I'm Brian and you're in my garage. You might see some lights behind me and some noises, but there's some road construction, so please bear with me. I have the day off and I was gonna go for a walk. We'll have a little bit of talk and maybe cook up a steak or something. So let's get started. I'm going to throw some stuff in a bag, get some stuff ready, maybe pack a little lunch, and we'll go for a hike. Thanks for tuning in. It's a little cold out, so I got ready. I packed a little bag, and I'll show you what's in it later. And we're gonna walk outside, get some beautiful sunshine, talk about some stuff. It snowed a day or two ago, and when I was driving home from work, it took a lot longer than it normally does. But most of the snow is gone. You'll still see a little bit on the houses behind me, but it's pretty much cleared up. The forest is also pretty clear. You'll see patches of snow here and there, but for the most part, it's nice. Now, I live in the Northeast in a pretty densely populated area, but I'm lucky enough that the house that we got is actually backs up to some forest land. Some state land, and not a whole lot of people come back here. So what we'll do is I packed a nice steak, and the steak I had it just in the garage, and it froze overnight. That's actually how cold it was, and things like a rock. So hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. I got a beer in there, so that should help thaw it out a little bit, and then it'll also help cool the beer down. But what I want to do now is find a place to sit down, set up a little camp, because we're gonna have to start fire pretty soon, because I gotta pick up my kids in a couple hours. I can't be late for that. So I'm gonna walk around. There's actually a big clearing here. You can see it's all covered in snow. Very pretty. I'm gonna walk around, grab some grasses for some kindling, put them in my pocket to dry it out. We'll find some wood, some downed wood, find somewhere to sit down, and then we'll start a fire. We'll have a little something, have a little chat. I'm not sure if you can hear that. There's a lot of birds singing. They're very happy right now. So all I'm doing right now is walking around, grabbing just the tops of all this grass over here. Anything that I can find that's dry and fluffy. I'm gonna have to grab lots of it, and I have to make sure that I don't take the bottoms, just the real tip tops of it, because it had to have rained, but all the wetness and moisture from the ground has found its way up to the top of the grasses. So the very tip is dry, but everything else is actually quite wet. So I'll actually just grab that, and then I'll stuff it in my pocket. So some of the stuff is real super fluffy. Over here, I'm trying to keep real. I'm sure you can see that. How well you can see that? That real fluffy stuff should catch pretty quickly. It should grab a spark pretty easily. So I want to keep that back here. I want to keep that in my hand, and the rest of it I'll stuff in my pocket. If I put this stuff in my pocket, all the feathery stuff would fall off, and it would be less to start a fire. So there's something going around YouTube called the Show Us Your Steak Challenge. It was started by Haze Outdoors out in the UK, and it's all about raising awareness for men's mental health. And I think that's a very important and a very good cause, because it's something that we as guys don't really like to talk about all that much. This actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna stay here for long, but it's a little rocky outcropping, so I can cook on top of that. I just have to clear some stuff and find some dead wood to use. And there's some stuff on the ground, although it's probably wet. I'll need to check that. So hold on. Always want to make sure you put the mask in your pocket, especially if it's brown. When you're on brown leaves, it will take you a very long time to find it, trust me. See how dry this is. The inside feels pretty dry. The outside's a little wet, but just split it down. Yeah, oh yeah, that's dry. cutting to the end of the dry wood. The rest of it, I guess, was just sitting in the ground for too long. Okay. Oh, something not gonna work. Okay. I'm gonna go collect some smaller wood, some more kindling, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so starting to gather up a little more fire making, creating, sustaining material. Some real dry stuff. I've been pretty lucky to find some of the dry stuff. I'm gonna have to shave quite a bit of that up. I'm gonna take out my little kneeling pad, because I will need it a little bit. I'm gonna take, basically just gonna break this down, and then take some of the larger pieces, make some curls. Ooh, I just can't get out of my own way today. It's November, and we're still hoping that was not poison ivy. I'm not terribly allergic to poison ivy, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but who wants to deal with it, right? Okay. This here and hope it doesn't all roll off. There we go. That works. There are so many sticker bushes around here. not sure how it comes off my camera, but the ground is very dense. The ground growth is very, very dense. No. Be a little sharper. I hope you can hear me. I make a lot of side comments. You don't need to do this. I'll do this, and I'll bring you back. I'll grab this. Maybe I won't split it up. Yes, I'll be using the old axe. I don't want to break the axe. Chip it at least. I don't think I've ever had this hard of a time to split a little piece of wood. Just not want to split evenly. Okay. With a knife. Much better. So, something that you'll notice is I'm not always the most experienced. I love to go fishing. I'm not very good at it. I don't catch things very often. I don't know if I just smash the blade into the rock. That's fine. Okay. Ugh. It's pretty dry. I do say so. Now we'll create some of this stuff, like a bed. shoulders. Ugh. There's going to be quite a bit of editing in this to make me seem somewhat competent. Okay. This. Hoping that's dry enough. Rock. Watch me fail. Watch me not make fire. It's too wet. What? Just gonna leave it right there. Because it worked. Oh, please. Okay, take two. that didn't work, so I went out. I went back to the grasses and gathered a bunch of grasses. I found a bunch more small logs. I broke them down, made more scrapings on it, and we'll try it again. This is the bag my meat came in. Bag meat, not using it. Okay, all right. Off. Ugh. I'm sure this will work. Actually. I'll be back. I'm gonna see if I can find something, so birch bark or something like that. Okay, I'll take you with me. I was walking around and I was noticing how many dead trees there are, and they're massive too. I mean, it's a little hard to tell now because leaves have fallen off everything, but there's just, if you look over there, there's trees that are falling down, trees that are dead standing, covered in fungus. It's crazy. And I walked around looking for some sort of birch, whether it's white or yellow or anything really. And I realized that, at least I forgot, that beetles came through, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago and just destroyed all of the birch that was out here. So there's really nothing out there to grab. So I'm back in the grasses, and I'm gonna see if I can get more of that fluffy stuff to start the fire. All right, my boot's in the shot. That's fine. So I went and collected a bunch more wood. I got shavings, all sorts of stuff to hopefully make this one split off a bunch of extra stuff. This stuff is so naughty. That it splits very, very strangely. And I think I need to sharpen my knife because I end up with things like this, which is terrible. So this here. Ah. So, I bet you're all guessing why we're back in the garage. My phone died. I did not take a battery backup. I have an extra battery, or at least a charger, but I didn't bring it. And steak, still quite frozen. I realized quickly after, so the second fire also didn't work. I just didn't have enough dry material, and I didn't prepare enough for it. So lesson learned. Next time, bring more. Well, try and find a drier time to do it, but just try and find more dry, small material. Cut up more stuff. Find something that I guess burns a little better than grass, or take a lot more grass with me. But the reason I'm keeping this is this whole thing is actually very important. The Show Us Your Steak Challenge. I'll probably just end up eating it for dinner. If you would like me to show you that, let me know, and I'll make sure to show you what it looks like on the grill. But it's very important to me because men's mental health is something that, as I said before, not enough of us talk about. It's something that I have been affected by for sure in my family. Even today, I have the day off from work, and just this morning I woke up, and all I could think about was how much email I'm gonna come back to, and I was just getting really worked up and really stressed out about all the stuff that is going on that I don't really have any control over right now because I'm not there. The, just thinking about what I'm gonna have to do when I come back and all that kind of stuff. And I realize that kind of stuff, I can't control it, so, I shouldn't let it bother me, but, sometimes you just can't help it. And we as men need to be better at recognizing our faults and realizing that it's okay to look for help and to call out for help. You can ask good friends, family if you have it, professional help, but it's good to do that. It's good to make sure that you're making other people aware that there's something going on, whether it's anxiety or depression or PTSD, which a lot of our veterans and a lot of our troops have, and especially them, they're made to say they're mentally fit and they're strong and they're unbreakable, but we're not. We're humans. We can be broken, and we often are broken. So just making that admission is something that's important. And I'll post some stuff down in the description, some links to help. But it was important to me, and next time I'll get a fire, and hopefully I'll have something to eat because I'm hungry. So again, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.